And so you have heard about all of these different business models, dropshipping, Amazon FBA, affiliate marketing, but it seems like all of them require an initial investment that you are not willing to make. And when it comes to working as a freelancer, you do not have the time to learn a certain skill, but you're still looking to make some money online. Is that actually possible? Well, let's find out. That is precisely what Honeygain aims to help us with: earn passive income effortlessly. So let's find out, is this actually true? Does this actually work? And can we make any significant amounts of money using it? Well, here's a good start. Just by signing up, you can receive an extra $5 as a welcome gift. But we're not gonna stop there. So what do we need to do? Well, we're simply going to share our internet and start earning by doing exactly that. An easy way to earn passive income online. So here's how it works. Once you start using Honeygain, your devices act like view towers, and this will help world-famous businesses access the internet without having to worry about location-based restrictions or censorships. In other words, you can use multiple devices. If you have a computer, if you have a laptop, a mobile device, you can use all of them and share your internet connection. That way, you're just allowing all of these different businesses to access the internet, taking advantage of your internet connection. And believe it or not, you're actually giving them a helping hand, and they are willing to pay you for your contribution. We can even estimate our earnings. There you have it. Let's just say that we are sharing an amount of 8 gigabytes on a daily basis. That will require us to use about 4 different IPs. So let's just step down a little bit. What about 5 gigabytes? Well, in this case, 2 different IPs would be required or recommended, which is pretty good. That is doable. We can also choose the daily content delivery time, and that can be all the way up to 24 hours. Well, in this case, with these features selected, we're talking about an extra $50 a month. And let me tell you something, the amount of work and effort they have to put into the process is virtually zero. You don't have to lift a single finger. There is nothing you need to do in particular. Your devices will do the work. Now, you need to keep in mind that there will be multiple different factors that influence the amounts you are earning, such as your location, the number of IP addresses you have, and your network speed. As you might expect, a better network connection will earn more. But in a nutshell, this is just a 5-step process. First off, you gotta sign up, and you can set it up on basically any operating system. Then you're gonna run Honeygain, let it gather bits of information from all around the World Wide Web. You're helping businesses, and finally, you will get compensated. And here's the best part. You can even go for cryptocurrency payments if you feel like it, or you can just go for old-fashioned PayPal. The choice is yours here. You are in full control, so you call the shots. But now let's face it. $50 per month is a pretty good amount, keeping in mind that you are not actually doing anything, and so it's just free money. But what about $100? What about $500? Is that actually doable? Is there a way that we can realistically increase our earnings to the point where we can pay the bills? Well, let's find out. There seem to be a lot of alternatives to Honeygain, and one of them is called IP Royal. Again, we're talking about passive income online, and the way it works is strikingly similar. First off, you gotta install the app. Moving forward, it will run in the background and you will not even feel the difference. They use your connection to gather bits of information from the internet, and you can check the business cases to see a more detailed explanation in case you want to. But finally, the bottom line is this. Companies will use those gathered bits for various services and reward you for your contribution. And in terms of the amounts of money you can potentially make, these are very similar as well, up to $50 a month with decent parameters. However, their users can earn from $5 but all the way up to $140 per month on average. And that is just for keeping their app active on the device. To get a more clear estimation, they are now paying about 20 cents per 1 gigabyte shared, which is not a fortune, but it will eventually add up. And just as we've seen on Honeygain, there will be multiple different factors that play an important part, such as the location of your IP addresses, the unique IP addresses you have, and your internet speed. Do not overlook that aspect. But ideally, just by using 2 different apps, we are already making an extra $100 a month. And you can take it one step further. This other website will allow you to earn from $2 a month per IP. But as you can see, there will be certain favored locations. In other words, you can make a lot more money in Canada than you can in China, where it is not even available. To give you a better example, you can make a lot more in France than you can in the United States. And when it comes to this website, that by the way is called peer-to-profit.io, you're just sharing your bandwidth, because according to them, you're only using 10% of your available bandwidth. And so what happens to the remaining 90%? Well, nothing. You're just losing it. You're missing out. So you can share it with these guys and convert it into real profit. And here's a breakdown. You will share the extra bandwidth with those who really need it. Then you will get paid for every gigabyte, and finally, you don't have to keep things for yourself. You can start sharing it with your friends in case they also want to share their leftover internet, and they can also make some money. But the best part is, by referring other people, you can generate a larger payout. So guys, I'm gonna let you take it from here. Here's another option you have. We're not gonna stop. What about packetstream.io? This is a fairly similar website. If you want to become a so-called packeter here, you can get paid an extra $0.10 per gigabyte, which is a little bit lower than what the other websites provided. However, this is just a way that you can top up your earnings. Here's the thing, guys. What you have to understand is that this website is making a lot of money. You're literally purchasing every gigabyte of bandwidth for 10 cents and selling it for $1. Now that is a 10x multiplier. This is a pretty cool business model. They are just outsourcing 100% of their work and keeping 90% of the profit. As you can spot right here, they are simply acting as a middleman. And in case you're still not satisfied and you want to make even more money, here's another similar one. And it's got a pretty good name as well. It's called Earnapp.com. And it's all about passive income from your devices, where you can take advantage of the time your devices are left idle by earning money big and securely. And as you can spot, it is available for most operating systems. I'm sorry for the iOS users watching this video, that is not the case. So if you happen to have an Android device, or if you're operating on your personal computer, you can take advantage of it. And again, we can get a pretty good estimation, so we can know from the get-go whether or not this is worth our time. So let's find out. You can choose the country you are based in, and depending on that, it will give you a certain rate per gigabyte. For example, if you're based in Italy, the payout rate will be about 25 cents per gigabyte, which means that you can get an estimated monthly profit of about $40. That is if you decide to share an extra 5 gigabytes of internet on a daily basis. Oh, and by the way, the earnings can be redeemed as soon as you reach the minimum threshold of $2.5, which is very low. You can generate that in a couple of days. Again, this is just a simple and safe additional income stream. At least that is what the website claims, where you can get paid via PayPal or even Amazon gift cards if that is what you prefer. At the end of the day, this is not so bad. If you think about it, you are literally receiving an extra $40 a month without doing anything. You're not wasting time online learning a new skill. You're not trying any business models that you know nothing about. You're just downloading an app and letting it run in the background of your device. And for that reason, you won't be able to make 4 figures per month by using these apps, because you're not delivering as much value. You're just sharing your leftover internet connection, and so if you do this wisely, you might be able to get an extra $100 to perhaps $200 a month. But I think generating more than that would be close to impossible, unless you have a lot of devices that are readily available at all times. But now let's just take a step back for a second. It is always important to check what other users have to say in order to see whether or not it is worth it for us to download these apps and try them out. We don't just want to be wasting our time and find out after an entire month that they do not actually work. So let's see. According to paidfromsurveys.com, it can take a bit of patience, but what makes it attractive is that it offers a completely passive way to earn. And you will even get a $5 bonus just as mentioned for signing up. And so if you have been looking for ways to earn some extra money online passively without any work whatsoever, this is one of them. Let's check another one. And this looks pretty promising, I'm not gonna lie. According to trustpilot.com, Honeygain is labeled as an excellent app based on over 7,000 different reviews, rating it at 4.5 stars out of 5. Now, of course, you will get the occasional negative review, but it's a numbers game here, and most of the reviews are on a positive note. But let me tell you, you're never gonna find out whether or not the app works unless you actually try it. So there is just one more thing left for you to do, and that is picking one or multiple of the apps we've covered so far, and you've got quite a few different options, and give it a try. Remember, factors like the country you're based in will play an important part here, because the rates can differ significantly. We're talking about $0.1 per gigabyte as compared to $0.25. That's it for now, and thanks for watching.